What's up, peeps?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
So in this podcast, we have one of our really good friends, Ashely Lugo.
Hey.
Which is really exciting. We've been trying to get on this podcast forever. Now we finally have her, so
Took
this is
so
great.
long, but it was totally worth the wait.
Yes. So in this podcast, we talk about the need to always be learning and how to why it's necessary to flip your definition of failure.
Yes, and then we also go into talking about going on tour together for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So
With Charles D. King.
With Charles D. King, yeah. So let's roll this intro and let's get started. Coconut.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Roberto Guido.
And my name is Marissa Lewis.
And together we are
the Dos Cocos Locos.
And welcome to our podcast.
So our goal with this podcast is to drop as much coconut fire, which is our way of saying life/business knowledge bombs, for creatives that don't necessarily know much about life or business, through conversations with one another as well as with other fellow creatives and dope people.
Our story has a lot of twists and turns, but basically we started by selling coconuts at the beach, and now we have our own photography and videography business. And it's through these conversations that we were able to really learn how to navigate this thing called life. Enjoy.
Dang. So Ashely, what's up? How's it going, fam?
This is really strong.
Fam, it's good. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a little bit. Well, like consistently. We were on the road together
Yes.
for 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
That was crazy. That was the last time I seen them. And then
Beginning of last month.
And then
now we're here.
Yes.
Now we're
Everything's good, man. We were just at the pop-up.
Yes.
If you didn't come, you definitely have the opportunity to come, but you missed the first one.
Yeah, you did.
That was like an
Messing up.
introduction to what everything's
To everything
Yeah.
that has come.
crazy.
Yeah, just
I'm
a little
I'm in
taste.
the
It's
room.
fine.
I'm humbled by who I'm in the room with.
Ah,
right
bro,
now.
stop. Man, what are you talking about?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Hey,
They
man.
don't know.
Stop.
They don't know.
Okay, anyway, so we used to start the podcast. We start the podcast with this one question. Are you ready for this question?
why are you making it so intense?
Right? I feel like I'm in an interrogation.
You are! These are the spotlights. It's actually really dark outside. But
Yeah.
you don't know that because there's bright lights in the house.
Gloomy.
Shout out Amazon.
Yeah. Shout out Amazon. Sponsored.
Yes.
Soon to be. Hopefully.
Also, we're
Anyway.
all pretty tired.
Yes. It's
So it's gonna be an interesting podcast. We're gonna be
This is probably gonna be the latest one
yeah.
Oh man.
It's gonna be the realest.
to date. We've had some pretty lit ones, so that's gonna be hard to.
Yeah, I can't come. I don't think I can come close to Emmy.
What,
Emmy
dude?
Talk.
Listen.
Dude.
Don't compare. Don't compare.
There's
bro.
no comparison in any of these
No,
podcasts.
never.
Yeah.
Literally all of them are just lit in
Yes.
their own way,
Yes.
which is
Dude.
great. Anyway,
Good.
the first question. Getting back to it. I'm a little exhausted. Okay, the first question. In one sentence, what do you do?
Oh man.
So it can be as
So,
long or as short as you want.
Yeah.
What do I do? I try to what do I do? Dang.
What do you do?
So, I create content.
Mm-hmm.
I do photography. What do I do? I'm just a content creator, man. That's it.
Yes.
Just create content. You know.
Well, photo, video, graphics.
Yeah, a little bit of
She's being
everything.
super humble, but she does some
I know, for
dope
real.
stuff.
Yeah, I just create content. That's it. That's all I got.
I just create
Yeah.
content. You don't know me.
Photo, video, graphics, creative direction. That's what I do.
Mm.
That's cool. Hey, before we continue, can you scoot a little bit that way?
This way.
I don't know if you're still in frame on this shot because you're at the edge of frame. Let me just check real quick.
We'll be right
Little
back.
intermission as Marissa checks the cameras. So
Are we good?
Oh yeah, we're good.
yeah. That's so funny. So yeah, we're just gonna
Okay,
chill
we're
here for a
gonna-
little bit.
We're doing
Marissa,
it.
what is going on?
Okay, that one was I did it. It's really tight on your face.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
when you move this way, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if we're still in frame. So let me just make sure.
Now I'm
We're good.
The
We're
camera's
still in
gonna be
frame.
right here.
Yes. Anyway, moving on. Yes.
So yeah.
Creator of content.
Yeah. So it's crazy kind of how I started. It's weird because I have my degree. You guys know I have a whole degree
Mhm.
in medicine. This is how me and Marissa bonded. We're we fucking hate our lives in medicine.
Yeah.
We do not like this. And then we ended up in total creative. So I was a musician.
Mm.
I'm a musician. I play guitar and I sing. A lot of people really don't know that unless you're creeping through my Instagram.
Yes. Which
If you
we
know
obviously
that.
did.
Yeah.
Several
That's
times.
cool. But in college, I had the opportunity to gig a lot around South Florida and gain a lot of network with events and all this crazy stuff. So I got the opportunity to get a restaurant, like, in my college. They came up to me, they were like, hey, we need somebody to, like, throw events and, like, do marketing for this restaurant that we're literally in the process of making.
That's cool.
And they were like, and I'm like 20 at the time. So
I'll
be 20, I'm 24 now, I'll be 25, and I still don't know what I'm doing. So I can only imagine,
Same.
how I felt when I got this opportunity that's humongous.
Yeah.
But you kind of just, like, wing it, you know? So I was in charge of, like, events. I threw open mics. I started doing marketing and business and all this stuff, and I was like, wow, like, I'm really good at all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
actually like it.
Yeah, it was cool. And then I graduated college and ended up doing a lot of photography, which I always remember, like, having a camera as a kid, but it was more of, like, especially if you're Spanish or, like, any type of ethnic, everything is a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, like, to your parents, everything is a hobby.
Yeah.
So I didn't really envelop, like, my gifts and, like, the God-given gifts that I'm, like, doing right now. Like, as a child, like, before it was like, okay, like, let's go to school, let's get a degree, let's get a really good job,
a real job,
work 9 to 5, pay my bills, travel when I can, and now I'm, like, in this lifestyle where it's like, okay, like, forget that, let me struggle for a little bit because I love what I do. So yeah, I'm a photographer and a videographer and anything else.
That's dope. So yes, we met Ashely not that long ago.
No.
Literally, since September of last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys walked into the coffee shop.
Yes. So crazy. So here's the backstory on how we met her. So before we moved here, we started making lists of, like, companies that we can reach out to and be like, hey, we want to help you with their social, because that's kind of what we thought we were going to do. Because we're like, okay, what can we do as videographers? Social media. So we thought we were going to manage social accounts and, like, create the content. Ended up not really liking managing social accounts.
Not as fun as it sounds.
We like creating the content, but, like, managing and, like, posting every day is
It's
rough.
a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
But so we made like lists of because we wanted to do things that we liked, and I like coffee, so we made lists of, like, coffee shops that we were gonna, like, start targeting. And we just happened in September to go to Cool Mo's.
Yeah, shout out to Cool Mo's.
Because my mom was like,
Mo's,
hey, there's this cute little coffee shop, let's go. And we're like, okay. And it was Cool Mo's, and that was actually the first one on my coffee list.
Crazy.
Which was insane, and I didn't realize that until after we met Ashely that one day that we went and got coffee.
I remember that. You were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is so divine.
Like, it was so crazy.
Yeah,
like, it just...
destiny, like, the universe bringing us together.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And, like...
That was insane.
Yeah, from then to now, it's like, and everything that we've been through together.
Yeah.
As, like, friends. Because you guys are, like, not even friends anymore. Like, it's gone
We're
to the fact.
fam.
We're straight up
We're
family.
yo.
And it's been less than a
Community
year.
over competition.
Yeah.
For real, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah, it's
up.
been less than a year. It's probably been, like, 6 months. Not even.
Yeah.
7 months.
Dang, man. So what are some things that you've seen as far as, like, the Tampa area kind of growing and, like, things are moving pretty fast, we feel like, in Tampa.
Oh,
so
for sure.
so what are some things that you're noticing as far as, like,
The creative scene.
the creative scene? Because, like, we're all in it together. So,
Yeah,
like, what are
yeah.
some things that you're like, dang, this is dope?
It's absolutely crazy because when I first moved to Tampa, I absolutely hated it because I didn't have any friends.
Yep.
And, like, I moved here after college, like, for some family stuff, and then ended up
And from Miami. So, like, big change of scenery.
Huge change. So, like, fast paced coming to the West Coast, where it's like all I think are, like, viejitos and, like, old people like living here because that's, like, my mentality. But from then to now, I don't even want to move back to Miami.
Really?
Wow.
That's the crazy. And I just had a job opportunity out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I just got a job offer and I totally turned it down. And I remember sitting in my car after the interview and I was like, dang, yo, like, this is not going to be worth it. Like, this is not going to be as much money as, like, they were going to offer me to become, like, a project manager in a corporate marketing firm. I was like, I'm not willing to jeopardize my individuality and my creativity for, like, a corporate job.
Yeah.
When I know, like, being here for the past 2 years, because I'll be in Tampa for 2 years now, seeing the pool of just people that are running through the city, the amount of, like, building structure, infrastructure that they're building, the market opportunity, job opportunity that's coming here.
It's expanding, like, drastically.
It's crazy. So this, I think, Tampa's, like, the number 2 most fastest growing city in the United States right now.
Wow, I believe it.
So
I can see it.
Yeah, someone said there's like 124 people moving here every like second
Yeah.
or minute.
Or, yeah, it's a ridiculous
They're
amount.
definitely different.
So
But
I
one of
feel like
those.
there's so much opportunity, especially for like brand new young creatives or like people that are just getting their foot into creative or like have all this creative knowledge but don't really know where to stem it from. It's perfect in a place that's like growing because you can grow with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And especially with you guys, I think that's kind of like what you guys are creating.
Yes.
Like something to just grow, you know, together.
With.
Yes. Dang.
So Tampa is on the come up. I can say that now because I absolutely love Tampa. Love the
And
community.
you've seen it too.
That's cool.
so.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're not leaving because
No.
we've had this discussion
Yeah.
several times
I
where you're
know.
like, I might move back to Miami for a
I'm
little
like,
bit. I'm like,
"Dang."
no,
No, yeah.
don't leave.
And it's crazy. I was down there and I was like, no, like this isn't it. Like I felt like my heart was like,
Yeah,
right now this isn't a good move for you.
that's cool.
You know, so
I'm excited about that.
excited
Yeah,
for just
that's wild.
opportunity.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So gut feeling is definitely super important.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
what are some things that you've like seen as far as like your gut saying, oh, like do this or don't do that? Like what's some advice that you would give to people when it comes to trusting your gut? Because like sometimes it's hard to listen to your gut.
Yeah.
It's hard to listen to yourself. I'm like a very strong personality, I feel like, and I'm very like rash when it comes to like, I've always been the type of person who just get up and go. Like I'm like one of those people where like nothing really holds me back, and I like if I have a vision and I have a dream, and I think that's kind of like what has kept me from not settling. Like especially in this field when you're just like discouraged after like people don't see, you guys don't see the amount of discouragement and like the amount of no's it takes before the yes comes.
Yeah, and just doubt that sinks in when you
Definitely
when you hit those no's a couple times. Yeah.
So I think intuition is key, and I think for me, like I'm like, okay, like I'm spiritual, like so I believe in God and stuff. So I'm like, all right, like God has me on this path, and like He wouldn't leave me astray. And there's moments where I know like I need to say no, you know. And I think it's hard when you have like all these good open doors, but is it like a God? Like I'm like, okay, I have all these good doors, but is it a God door?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's so much good opportunity out there, but it's like one good opportunity can leave you 5 steps behind from the God opportunity. And sometimes the God opportunity doesn't even look as good as the good opportunity. So, like, that's what I'm learning. Like, the struggle is when you're on the struggle, it's usually you're working towards the path that you're supposed to be on.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not struggling, I swear you're not going anywhere. Like,
that's true.
Yes.
That is true.
So, like, being okay with struggling is huge, and especially in intuition, because I'm like, dang, yo, like, is this worth it? In the long run, yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be worth it. Right now, I don't see it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like that faith. Like, do you have the faith in yourself? Number one, I'm learning that, like, if you don't believe in yourself, like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, self-worth is key, especially in this industry, because everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Despite, like, community over competition, yes, like, but everybody's doing the same thing, and you have to, like...
You have to have your own
you have
self-worth.
to, like,
that's the only thing that's going to help you stand out.
Yeah. Your
like,
confidence in yourself and your work
Dang.
and your
That's
ability
wild.
to create.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. I mean, like, there's days you guys know where, like, you're blank. Like, you have no creative ambition whatsoever.
Yeah.
There's days where I go through it, or I'll look at my work and I'll be like, oh, this is terrible.
Yes.
In comparison to, like, other people. And I had to learn to take, like, that mindset and just flip it, where it's like, okay, I'm not where I want to be right now. Or right now, this looks terrible, but in somebody else's perspective, this is probably great.
Yeah.
You know?
And, like, okay, this is my work. This is what I'm comparing it to. There's obviously a gap here.
Yeah.
That's just room to grow.
Yeah.
And, like, room to keep learning new techniques.
And not being afraid to take criticism.
Yes.
You know, like, and I feel like we're such a generation of, like, I don't know, like, we're egotistical in a way. We can be, despite the fact of insecurity. We have a lot of ego.
Yeah. Which
is weird.
It's an
like,
interesting
that's
combination.
just a weird combination, but we do go through it. But it's good to have people that see the potential in you that you don't even see. So hearing that, I believe in mentors. Like, I believe in just creating an open vulnerability space. Like, the people that you have in your life, put people there so they can tell you, yo, like, give you input. I think input is so necessary on a journey, especially. I always say, like, if you're not willing to continue to learn, you're not gonna grow. Like, if you stop learning and you stop feeling like you've become it all, like,
And you're basically dead.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Like, you don't.
Yeah.
There's no room for evolution. You know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Especially in this field. Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
constantly
because
evolving.
the game's constantly changing too. So
Yeah.
you have to constantly be learning new stuff.
Mhm.
So
It's
how do you
crazy.
push yourself to learn?
Um,
And like, how are you learning right
It's
now?
rough. I mean, there's days where I don't want to sit on YouTube and like watch a
Yes.
YouTube tutorial because a lot of them are boring. Like, I love watching your
Mhm.
guys' stuff. And especially them, like, I've learned so much from you guys. Yeah, it's boring. But definitely having people in your circle that are not only below your standard, like, of what you're doing, like, having people that are above you.
Mhm.
So, like, being able to go to other people and being like, yo, like, I don't know this. I remember when
Yeah.
you were learning After Effects.
Yeah.
Yo, Adobe, number one.
Yeah.
Like, all
Adobe.
these-
Yes.
Yeah.
especially in videography, and like that stuff is like on a whole nother level. And I had no problem like calling Roberto and being like, bro, like, we need to sit down. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
like,
know
let's
what I'm
go,
doing.
Yeah.
Like, so definitely applying yourself to being able to not know anything. Like,
Yes.
going in there with an open mind of like,
Yes.
all right, I don't suck. Like, this isn't the fact that I don't suck. It's just the fact
I
of
just
learning.
don't know it yet.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know it yet.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
I can't even put myself. I'm not failing. How do
Exactly.
you fail in something
If
that
you
you
don't
don't
know.
You
know?
haven't started,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what
or
I
something
don't
that you didn't even
understand.
start yet. Yeah.
You know. So allowing yourself to just, I don't know, just going for it and
Yeah.
like asking for help
Yeah,
is
just
key.
being
Oh
a
my
student.
God.
Just being a student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asking for help.
Yeah.
That's one way. Always. I don't have a problem like asking for help at all. In certain stuff, I'm prideful in other stuff. I'm not like,
Same.
Yeah.
yeah, when it comes to like money and stuff, no, I will not ask nobody for help. I'll die. But what else? How else? I go to the gym a lot, so recently I've been listening to like a lot of. I'm a huge like podcast person and like
Yes.
sermon person. So
Yeah.
like even if I don't go to church, I'll like listen to a sermon
Mm.
or like something like that.
Mhm.
So I'm always like listening to new.
Just feeding the mind.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
feeding my mind constantly because I don't have time to pick up a book, which is so sad because I love to read.
Yes.
So doing that, meditating allows me to just like cool down and
Yeah.
give my mind the opportunity to
to
just like
throw its thoughts out.
Do you
all
use
that
like
crap out.
anything?
No, so I'm learning how to sit in silence because I'm ADHD and I don't know
That's
what
cool.
it's like to not
Have like,
like
music
have
in the background.
anything,
Yeah.
like not have something, you know, around to like stimulate me. So
That's cool. I tried meditation
it's hard.
twice. It was actually like really nice. I was using an
Yeah.
app called Headspace.
Yeah, you were telling me
Yeah.
about this.
Oh my gosh, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Like you only get 10 free trials, so I'm
Mhm.
like trying to spread them out. but and then you're gonna start paying for it
Yes.
like monthly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but it was so nice. Like
Yeah.
it's this guy just talking in your ear, like you have your headphones in,
Mm-hmm.
and like you're just sitting and it's just quiet, and then he just like walks you through like a progression because I picked like the intro one because I don't know what the heck I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I
Yeah.
know what I'm doing.
And like I gotta learn how to calm my mind
Mhm.
and like control it
Yeah.
more, so it's not running away 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So
It's like,
and like the way he does it is that he like tells you to just like sit and breathe, and then you feel like the weight of yourself just sitting wherever you are,
that's good.
and then you're
Yeah.
listening to the sounds around you, and like you're picking one of those sounds, and like you're just focusing on that one sound, and it's just so relaxing, and like it almost puts you into like
Like a trance.
almost like a trance,
Yeah.
like almost like a sleep, but like you're not sleeping, like you're
Mhm.
fully conscious of like what's happening. It's
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
nice. Like,
That's cool.
oh, highly recommend. And if anyone's sponsoring me for the paid version,
Yeah.
it was great.
Let us all know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's I totally get that. Like
Yeah.
meditation.
And
is-
even like with the amount of work and like life that we have,
Yeah.
for me, I found that like if I'm not waking up early in the morning, which is like something that I've been slacking on,
That's
Same
true.
here.
like I
Yeah.
have to start waking up because I've been
Yeah.
going to the gym a lot. So I'm like, all right, like maybe I can make time like before I
Mm.
go to work because I do work on the side.
Mm.
But in my car, like I'll take 15 minutes to decompress after like a
Yeah.
work shift. I'll sit in my car and like I have to tell myself that everything is a momentary moment.
Yes.
And like the position that I'm in right now is not going to be the position that I'm in 5 days, nor 2
Mhm.
hours, nor 5 months.
True.
Yeah.
You know, so for me that's key because I get into this thing where I'm like, oh my god, I'm 25, don't have health insurance.
Same.
Like, don't like I'm not to societal standard, I'm a failure, right?
Mm.
To society. So I have to literally take myself out of that mindset and like be like, all right, you're 25, like flip it.
Yeah.
I'm 25. I've traveled to like 5
Like,
different
all the
countries.
shit that other people
I've
haven't even got a
traveled to
chance
5
to do.
different
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah.
I've been able to go on the road with artists. Like I've been
Yeah,
able
go
to
on
do
tour,
all these
yeah.
things like with a camera. Like the thing that I love so much has brought me this far.
Yes.
And despite the fact that I'm like hustling a little bit and I'm like freelancing and working as a server
Yeah,
and quitting jobs like
struggling,
every 5 months because like, you know, that's
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
Like you really have to sit and like show yourself who you are and not allow society to show you
Oh yeah.
who you
100.
are. It's
And
hard.
I think societal like structures are changing though too. Because
Yeah.
I feel like people our age, our generation is like
They're starting to come to like a realization, like,
Yeah.
oh, school and just getting a job after is not the answer to
No.
happiness.
right.
not.
And school is not the answer to happiness for everyone.
Which is crazy. Which is like something that you like our parents look at it and they're
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, especially coming from like a ethnic background
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
because like
it's different.
for them that was the only way out back in the day.
Mhm.
But now the game has changed where you don't necessarily need to go to college.
Yeah. Like when I was doing my internship with this church, my mom could not comprehend it at first. She was like, you have a 4-year degree and you're going to go work for free. In doing creative stuff. And I remember her always asking me like, are you getting paid for this? I don't know how many times I got asked like, are you getting paid for it? I still get asked like by like people.
So
like,
how did you handle that? Like, because like your mom is super,
discouraging at first, you know, like honestly, because like all you want from your parents is like affirmation.
Yeah.
As people, as humans, all we want is affirmation.
Yeah, because they're your role models. You know?
And especially coming from your parents, you're like, dang, like love me, like you
Right,
like,
yeah.
like I know you can't see this right now, but I want you to know it's gonna pay off.
Yes.
like,
'Cause your
I'm
parents
doing
just want
this.
the best for you.
Yeah, and they just want to know that you're gonna be comfortable.
Okay.
And this is not a comfortable position to be
No,
in.
it's
This is a very
like
uncomfortable
literally,
position to be
bro, straight up, like we ran out of toilet paper today.
in. Yes.
And we're
We
like,
have
damn.
we literally stole toilet paper from our clubhouse.
It's a
how it
the
is.
struggle is real, bro. We're telling
And we
you,
haven't had time today to go to the store to buy more.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
like-
literally just haven't had the time, so we're like, all right, we're just gonna get something real quick from there, because just in case.
We had 3 people come over to our house today.
But we're not
so
hiding
funny.
it. We're like,
No,
and we're not
It's
shamed by
what
it.
it
This
is,
is what it
like-
is. Yeah.
everybody that is somebody right now has gone through this. Unless you're like a trust fund baby, and if you are, congrats.
Yeah.
Yo.
Like more
More
power
power
to
to
you.
you.
More
Yeah.
power to you, bro. But to build an empire is so hard.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like my parents and stuff, like my mom is finally seeing like, but that took 2 years, like, because she's seen me like go all through these ventures. In college, I did not like medicine from the jump. I remember I had like a whole meltdown, like my
me
3rd
too.
year of college.
Yeah.
Same, me too.
My
Same.
3rd year, I was almost graduating, and I changed my major. Like, I ended up going home for like a couple months and like trying to thought I was gonna be a chef, like all this crazy stuff, you know, like. And my mom has seen me go through like all my crazy phases, so I think like that has a lot to do too. Like where you're like, kid, I just need you to get a solid job. Like I need you to figure it out.
Right, and they're just trying to make sure that you're safe and comfy.
And now she gets it. Like she's like,
cool.
how do you travel? Like, cause I travel a lot. I'm realizing that right now. She's like, my mom can't even fathom. Like she's like, how do you pay your bills? Like, how do you pay your car? Cause I have my car. Like, how do you do all this and do what you love? I'm like, Mom, it's paying off.
Right? Yeah,
it's all paying off. So now she sees it. But before it was rough, because like when somebody's throwing at you like, why do you do this for free? You know, so much. Because in the beginning there was moments where you guys had to like just prove yourself.
Yeah, we still do free stuff.
Right, and I still do free stuff too. And I think it's good. I mean, in the beginning to just offer up your talents, like serve your community, you know, do that stuff. Because in the long run, it's gonna help you.
Oh yeah, it's planting seeds, bro.
Dude,
planting seeds.
It's all about that.
It's not even about the job that you're doing for free. It's about the people that you're doing that job for.
Yeah.
And then the people who see it afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even about that, like, photo that they posted. It's about how they felt when I took that photo and how the people feel when they're looking at it.
Yeah.
Like, and who they're going to tell that we did this. Like, it's about the whole experience that we provide when we do these.
Yeah, the church, like,
jobs.
opened up so many doors for me. Like, I, like, give so much thanks to like the internship that I did and like being able to sit under like amazing people and like, amazing leaders that like fed into me. Like I had this pastor Justin, for instance, like he was my creative pastor, and he like sat with me and like really helped me develop my eye.
Mhm.
Like, cause it's cool when you have people that can see, like you're not there, like, but they can just feed into
they're like,
it. You
I'm
know,
gonna help you get there.
yeah, they're gonna help you get there. So I think like having those people in my life have definitely helped shape and mold me into like the creative that I am today, and so many other people. But just like having those people in your corner in the beginning when
It's so
you're
cool.
not secure of yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but like I still need that extra tug and that
Yeah.
extra
Yeah.
push, you know, into the direction.
Mhm.
I feel ya.
So like that helped me a lot. And then going into freelance and like still developing as a photographer, still developing as like creative director, like all that stuff. Like, but like looking back from like my first couple photos and like
To now, you're
To
like,
now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They changed.
I'm like, bro, like what is
Drastic.
this? You know? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Drastic
Crazy.
change.
Yeah. So
Do you want to?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick little pause.
Quick intermission.
Hey. Hey. You good?
yeah.
All right, so we
whole conversation.
just had a whole
Yeah,
conversation.
listen.
So we're gonna bring it back to that and then see where it goes again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you were talking to Ashely about like coming to Tampa without really like knowing where you were going, and you went through some stuff too. So share with like the listeners and the viewers kind of like what was happening.
background.
Yeah, a little bit of like background story.
Yeah, so Tampa was not like at all the plan at all. It's crazy because when I graduated college, 4 months before, no, not even January, February, March, April, May. 3 months before I graduated, I got into like a crazy motorcycle accident. Ended up like flunking an internship in college, had to put into another internship because like I couldn't do anything. I broke my clavicle, had 10 staples on the side of my head.
Wow.
Like straight up, Ashely almost like straight up
Yeah,
died.
like almost died, which is crazy to think about, like in the moment. So that happened, and then I really had no choice but to kind of go home, which is crazy because I was running away from coming here.
Yes.
Because I had so much like family stuff going on in my life. Like my dad got sick back in like when I started college in 2012, and then like it was just progressing slowly like through my college years, and I wasn't really around. So the accident happened. I'd say like the accident was probably the best thing that could have happened in my life.
Yeah.
Like it woke me up like real quick.
Yeah.
Like being in that dark place, barely graduating, and then coming home to like all the nonsense that I was like running from for 5 years.
Right.
So Tampa was not it for me.
It was not in the
it's not
plan.
part of the
No,
plan.
it was not. It was not at all. So I came back. I was still beat up and bruised, and like my dad got diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So I was coming back into a situation I wasn't in that point of my life. I was like, dang, like this is terrible. Like I was like, I don't even know what to do with my life right now.
Right.
Like I had no like every positive thing between graduating and like obtaining this degree that I was never going to use, that I still have not used, by the way.
Respect.
But you got it though.
I got it.
Listen, I didn't get it, so you got it.
I got the paper.
Yes. Somewhere.
Coming, that's great.
Yeah.
to Tampa, it was just like, I was super discouraged. I was super dark. Like, I didn't know anybody. All my friends were in Miami. Like,
Right.
I had applied to Miami ad school for my master's in art direction, because the goal has always been to become like a creative director and to work with like big corporate, like not corporate, but high-end brands like Nike, Adidas, like fashion, like all that stuff. So I was like, yo, like my life is not, I don't know.
thought it was going.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like I don't. So I ended up moving to Tampa. Ended up getting in the internship with the church because I was like, yo, I don't have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, God is like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm here for a purpose, and like that's all I'm riding with right now. So I'm just gonna go into a church because I thought like ministry was what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's like when all this creative, like boom, this oomph, like it just hit like a wave where I was like, this is it. So yeah, like I remember my dad passed away May 29th. This month will be a year. Last year, I was like finishing my internship. I had graduated, like doing my ministry internship in creative and worship because I sat under the worship pastor. But I remember in that moment, like everything that I had acquired in like the most detrimental point in my life, like the part of my life where I shouldn't have like acquired anything.
Yeah.
You know, like my dad's dying, like my dad's dead, but like the amount of vision and the birthing of just like all these like God-given talents.
Yeah, all that you are.
Yeah.
Everything that
Now.
I am, like and the opportunities that have come into pace and to pass because of like that moment in my life, like all that happened out of like turmoil.
Yeah.
So Tampa now means so much to me because it was like the fight. Like it was like, can I bear all this? Like to become an ounce of who I'm not. You know, like I don't even know who I am, right? Like I know who I am, but like I don't even know.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah,
like
it's just
like it's a whole new creation from like your accident to now.
Yeah, it's crazy because I was in like a really bad pace in my life in Miami. Like I was like partying so much just to like get over the fact that like my life totally sucked. Like nobody saw the behind the scenes of like who Ashely was. Like like they just saw this really like happy person 24/7. Like my tattoo, like this was my first tattoo. Like it was symbolic of like the mask that I wear. And at first, like people don't notice; they just see a smiley face. They're like, "Yo, you're a really happy person. Like that matches you." But this was like the smile. My smile was like the mask of all the hurt and all the pain that I was hiding. That if you really didn't know me, you would never know.
Right.
You know, and I'd still like a lot of people that like I've known forever, like didn't even know what I was going through, like in college and stuff like that. So like from like I love beauty to ashes. You know, like you have to really like be in your ashes before you can like amount to the beauty of it. So
that's so true. Like you gotta feel, you gotta work through all of that.
Yeah, and there's still like so much healing to take place, you know, but to be open and receptive to understanding that like this is a process. Like you're gonna go through the process. Anything in life like is a process. But are you willing to bear the process to become?
To grow.
The end result,
to grow. And are you willing to fail and like constantly just like sit down with yourself and have a real conversation with yourself? Because I think that's something that's key. Like look yourself in the mirror and be real. Like because you're the only person you need to be real with. Because at the end of the day, like we can sit here, we can have all these conversations, but am I wearing a mask in front of you?
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
Damn, that was like straight up coconut.
That was so
right
good.
There.
Literally everything.
Ashley's just so dope, bro. Like honestly,
she
man,
really is.
It's
like
it's crazy.
Since
Like
we
how
met you, like
we're just very appreciative of our friendship, bro. Like literally,
and just of your presence.
Yeah,
It's so few and in between.
That's so funny.
You guys are a blessing. Like to come into my life for real. Like everything that we've been. You guys don't even know our story. Like. These guys are just crazy. They literally walk into my coffee shop and turn my whole life around.
Yeah, I was like, yo, she has a tattoo. It's on your right arm, right? Yeah, I'm like, yo, I like your tattoo, bro. Yeah, it's fine. Shit, they can believe that. So it's similar. It's similar to. So it's similar to the one I have, and I'm like, that's dope. And that's literally, and you got the tattoo for your father,
yeah,
right?
For my dad.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm like, that's dope. And then I got my tattoo. For my cousin who passed away as well. So
and
like,
it's a band for all the listeners.
It's a tattoo of a band.
It's an armband.
Yeah, so it's cool because we're like, dang, like in a way, both of our pain, kind of connected us together, and then now this is like the support that we have. It's wild how like life works. It really is.
That's cool. And remember, like when we were sitting at the coffee
shop, I felt like I'm like,
these like
dude,
weird
I have
intuition moments.
It's weird.
He really does. Like it's kind of weird, like people we've met, or like you just get this feeling like I gotta go.
And it's not with
person.
everybody. It's not with everybody. It's just like I feel like we need to talk to Ashely. Like it's just weird. And like with Sab, with the pop-up event, the person who was selling, shout out to Sab, like the vintage, selling the vintage clothing, same thing. Or I'm like, Marissa, we need to talk to Sab. I'm telling you, and like. It's crazy.
He gets like these weird like intuition moments, and like I'm starting to notice them more, like because he's like, I just felt like I had to talk to that person, and then it becomes like this
dope,
crazy ass
stuff,
person that like is so important in our lives, like like you, like he's like, I feel like I'm gonna talk to her, and like my mom was gonna pay the bill that day, and I'm like, Robert, why are you gonna go up there and pay this bill right now? Like
best investment in my life,
a free breakfast.
Yeah, because we're like, screw the free breakfast, bro. Because like if we didn't do that, like. We would never met you, and then like, who knows, bro? Who knows?
Exactly, like we were not gonna pay that bill.
It was crazy too because like when they walked in, I kind of felt it too. I was like, yo, like this is weird because I was talking to your mom. Like your mom is such a great person. Shout out to Marissa's mom. For real, like you're great, wonderful.
We were there before us. I don't know why.
Yeah, we were like clowning around. She's like, I just want a cafe, like I'm waiting for my daughter. I was like, cool, like, I can totally help you. Yes. And then I meet you guys, and like that was just like. Then we went to Blind Tiger, and we sat down.
A couple days later,
And that was just.
We just shared the story.
Like our heart.
Just the similarities is like crazy. We also are twins. If you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my sister. This is my sister Marisa.
Yes.
Straight up though.
Every place we go out, they're like, "Are you guys sisters?" And we're like, "Yes."
Yes, obviously. You can tell by the hair and the skin.
Because all Spanish girls are related. But oh my god, yeah. Literally manifesting, like, because when we first sat, I don't know if you guys remember, but when we first sat at Blind Tiger, you guys were telling me all the ventures that you are like accomplishing right now in this present moment.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Bro, that was like
the power of manifestation.
Like day one of meeting you. Like,
we're like, this is what we want to do, and then you're like, okay, that's dope. Let's do it.
I was like, I'm down. Like I'm about it, and it's just been
that's
like
crazy.
riding ever since.
Yeah, it's
less than a year.
Yeah, you just got to put stuff out in the universe.
Yeah,
and
dude,
like
the power of the tongue is so. That's like a whole other podcast.
The
power of the tongue and like what you say and manifest and put into the air. It reciprocates. That comes to life.
Oh
yeah, you continue to water it and like.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's wild. Man. Just every time we hang out with Ashely, we always have like these like dope moments. Where we're just
and like deep conversations. Like
right before we went to tour, we were all like.
I guess we should talk to a little bit about to the listeners about like what that was.
True. Our really good friend Charles D. King.
He's gonna be on the podcast with his wife.
He's gonna be on the podcast with Chris. Yes. Sometime we gotta get that scheduled.
Yeah.
But Charles went on a homecoming tour back to Macon, Georgia, and did a live recording there at the Douglas Theater, which was like
a big deal,
really freaking dope.
Huge.
And we had the opportunity to go along and document the whole thing and take photo and video, and like it's gonna be a really dope documentary coming out soon.
Yeah. Still working on it. It's a lot of footage, guys.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah.
We documented
it's like 72 hours of footage I gotta go through.
Yeah. Yes.
But
so Ashely, we asked Ashely to come along because like we needed help and we knew that she'd be perfect for this. Yeah. So we got real close on this tour.
Yeah,
that was at the beginning of last month in April 2019 for all the future people who
listen to this.
April 2019.
Once we become rich and famous.
Yep. And yeah, that was just incredible.
Yeah.
That whole tour was just like a conscious moment.
Straight up,
like real.
It just like, oh man, I don't even know, man. Like there were so many moments where it was just like, dang. And I feel like the highlight for me personally was like when Charles was singing and it was like a part of the worship and stuff, and like it was just he was just like talking about like living in a dream, and like it was crazy because he's like, I think he said like, I'm literally living in a dream right now, guys. Like, and it was so cool to hear him say that because in a way, like we were all like, it wasn't just him in his dream.
We were all living
everybody
in a dream
on that team
tour.
was
like that was crazy
in that dream together, and we're like, dang, we're all here literally in front of all these people and just like praising God and doing all this cool
Crazy
stuff. And it was cool because like you could just feel it, and you're like, this is dope.
And you were so like, I don't know about you guys, but I felt so present in that moment.
Yeah,
like, it was just that moment. Like that was the
like
only
nothing else mattered. Like literally, it was just you're like there.
Yeah, that whole time, like the whole.
And it happened so fast.
I was just about to say, it went so fast. Yeah,
like all the prep.
Yeah, it was like what, 2 hours long or something like that.
It was like almost 2.5 hours. I think it was a long performance, but like it felt so quick.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was incredible.
I remember getting that phone call, like, because Marissa loves to like hit me up randomly.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh my god, like,
call me back!"
Like, leaving me back.
I'm like, "Hey, call me back!" I got something. Call me back right now.
Literally, like frantic. Like, yeah, I need you here right. There was one day where she's like, "I need you here right now." Like, I'm like, "All right, bro, I'm at the gym.
You need to come over like
right now."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I just have this idea, you know. I'm like, all right, I'm like, perfect.
I don't even know
Talk
what
to
that
me.
was.
That was the magazine.
Oh, the magazine.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
We
kind of moved.
Yeah.
Maybe
moved on.
we'll see what happens.
We got a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys called me, and I was just like,
Yeah.
You're like, yo, what are you doing? X, Y. I'm like, I don't freaking know. Like, this is a month, 2 months away.
I'm like, no, I need you to book right
You're
now.
like, I need you right now. Like, take off. I didn't even take off, guys. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna say yes. Like, they don't even know this. So I was like, yeah, we're down, bro. Like, I'm about it.
It's so funny.
I didn't even take off work. Like, I literally told my manager like 2 weeks before. I was like,
oh shit.
yeah, I'm gonna be going to Georgia. I really
He's like,
what?
Thank God for like all the flexibility. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's been such favor in my life. Flexibility, job wise. I've had a lot of jobs, but like I can say like my managers have been so cool, like with just like me doing what I'm meant to do.
Yeah.
So that was like total game changer, bro. Like we were like here. I got here like 11 o'clock in the morning. I totally forgot my like clothes. I had to go back to my house. Like, I was so excited. We were just so excited.
Yes.
We were just sitting here talking about vision. And, like,
and we have some footage of like behind the scenes of the documentary where it was just us. So that'll be coming out later as well. But I'm sorry to cut you out.
No, just don't don't quit your daydream, man. Like it really comes to life. Like
it's all a choice. I feel like it's a choice.
Yeah,
like
either
you decide that you're gonna do your dream or you don't.
Or you don't.
And that's it.
Settle.
Or you stay at your job. You don't take the time off
play
and
it
you actually
safe.
go to work.
Yeah. Or you're just a talker. I hate those.
Ooh.
Don't be one of those, please. Like especially if you're like.
And it's easy to do now. Like it's
it
easy
is.
to just be because
and it's easy to look like you're doing something too.
Yeah.
You could be super busy and not doing anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
No, that's really true. You can look so busy and not do anything. Like
stagnant, yo. Don't be water. Stagnant water doesn't help anybody.
Don't be lukewarm.
Ooh, that's a word. You guys didn't know Marissa's a preacher.
I am. No, I'm definitely not. Please don't quote me on that.
No, yeah. Like, even, like, being your guys' friends, like, you guys motivate you. They don't even know how much they motivate me. Like, me looking at you guys and just, like, being, like, a little bit part of the beginning. Like,
you saw it, bro. You saw when this was not a thing. You saw it when it was just, like,
was a living room,
a couch, a couple desks, and we're like, all right.
We had our office still in that room.
Yeah,
it was, like,
you've been there since day one, bro. Straight up. So,
like, so just seeing, and it's, man, I feel like we can go on, like, 20 million tangents, but I think it's so crucial, like, who you have in your corner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, if you don't have people that are edifying you and, like, building you up, and not saying that, like, take from, like,
but also
people.
checking you, too. We're like, yo, Ashely.
Yeah, you gotta get checked.
Yeah, you gotta get checked
they check me all the
sometimes.
time.
We check her all the time.
They're like, yo, where you at, bro? And I'm like, I'm working.
Where you be?
Yeah, so, yeah, literally. Like, these guys are crucial.
And you need that. Like, sometimes.
And we need that sometimes, too.
Yeah, and sometimes, like.
And sometimes we need people to be like, yo, you calm down.
Like, relax.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, okay.
We can be very intense with people and be like.
But it's just because we're fired up.
Yes, I'm just right now. But so sometimes we need to relax. But if you need that person in your life, we can be that for you.
For real.
Yes, yeah.
Because sometimes you just need accountability, and like people don't have accountability, and like even though we're a 2-person team, like we need outside accountability sometimes because like we're too close to the source.
Yeah, when we both are like in a funk where we're like, dang, just like burnt out.
Yeah.
Like, don't
Then
want to
like
do
we
anything.
both like, all right, and then we just binge watch it on
Yeah.
Netflix, and we're like, fuck, and then
then
we're
nothing
stressing
gets
out the
done.
next day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like we do need we're like we don't have this whole thing figured out.
Yeah.
Still,
No.
'cause, like,
God.
by no means necessary.
No.
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure it out.
So like accountability and having people in your
Yeah.
corner.
Yes,
the
have
right
people in your
people.
corner.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to get checked.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to be open. Like, tell people you need help, or like decompress. Yo, like have people to
Yeah.
decompress
Yeah,
with.
dude.
Have people to
Yes.
laugh with.
Yes.
Have people to work with. Like
Uh-huh.
expand like your vision with your people. Like
And sometimes we talked about this now in a couple of podcasts, which keeps coming up, which is great because it's such like a relevant topic. Sometimes you gotta cut people off.
oh heck yeah!
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And
Still
you
got
gotta
some people I gotta cut off. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, damn.
I'm kidding. Like,
Peep, peep.
kidding.
We're
Kidding.
joking.
We're kidding.
Okay.
Ah.
We're starting bullets over here.
I'm kidding.
But seriously
for
though,
real,
yeah.
like, sometimes there's people in your life that like aren't.
Or just like
Fueling you.
yeah, or like
Yeah.
decrease the amount of time you spend with them.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
good too. I gotta
Just
balance. Balance is key.
Balance.
Bro, I gotta
Yes.
tat it on me. Tat it on my freaking
Balance.
I gotta look at it every single day because
Yeah.
balance
Be
is
balanced.
key.
Yes.
True.
Yeah, like sometimes people aren't for you for the in that moment of your in that season. That's something I had to learn. I think the greatest thing, my mother has taught me a lot of great things, but like one key thing.
I gotta
that
meet your mom.
She's
Yeah.
great. Shout out to Stacy. Thank you for making
Yes, Stacy, we appreciate
job,
you.
Stacy.
me. Thanks for making me.
Thank you for making this beautiful creature.
Yes, for real.
She told me there's friends for a season in your
Mm.
life. There's friends that you're gonna have for the rest of your life,
True.
and there's friends that you will have for just like acquaintances that you like see. You don't. They're not there in the whole season, but they're like sporadically there
For a
Yeah.
reason.
for a reason. There's friends for a reason, and that has helped me so much. Cause like I'm such a lover. Like I try not to like show too many. Like it's evident that I'm like really compassionate, but lately I've you kind of have to guard your heart, man.
Yes.
Like, because there's some people that you're really for, but they're not for you,
Mhm.
or like it's just
Yeah.
life, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but
Your heart's super
it's
important.
hard
yeah.
when you like invest in people, or like
Oh yeah.
you feel like these people are gonna be with you for the long run, and then they're not there,
Yeah.
or like
yeah.
but
Or
be
you-
okay with
yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
I had to learn how to be okay with
Accept it. Yeah.
Yeah.
like the motions and just going through the flow of life and not dwelling. I'm a
Mm.
dweller, guys. Like
Yeah.
I dwell. Like I think of all the things that I could have done, or like I should
Could
have
have
done,
said
and,
or
like,
yeah.
True.
would have done. Like I had to like totally just stop, like
Yeah.
and just be like, okay, Ashely,
This is what is.
this
Yeah.
is it. Like
Mhm.
this is your reality. This is what you have right now
Yeah.
to
Yes.
work with.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just need to keep moving forward.
Yes.
Like do not stop. Like
Uh-huh.
don't strive. There's a difference between striving and like striding. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like when you're just striding, you're walking into like your purpose and you're moving, and like things are gonna fall off. Like pruning, you know, like
Yeah.
like a tree, yo.
Damn.
Like the leaves on a tree,
Yes.
they
Preaching right
change
here, man.
colors, and like sometimes you have to prune out the bad ones because they're gonna like suck out
Affect
the
the
energy
rest.
and the nutrients
Yes.
that are like
Bro.
like growing in that
Ashley's a
tree.
preacher if you didn't know.
Yeah, for real. No, straight up,
You
I
know?
feel like I'm noticing like how do I say this? Like God created like a way where planting and farming is very similar to
yeah.
how you should live your life.
Yes.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, damn, like,
Damn.
yeah, like, okay, we're all basically farmers out here.
Yeah.
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 So,
Where you plant, how you sow is
Mhm.
what you'll reap, you know.
Yeah.
And
damn,
sometimes
that right? That rhymed.
Bars.
Fire.
And sometimes the people that are watering you they're not doing nothing for you. And it's not that they're bad people and they're just not
Yeah.
for you in that
Yeah.
moment. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. Sip
Yeah.
your tea, girl. Keep going. This is where we cheer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Also, we like to say this podcast is sponsored by Bang,
Bang.
and Bolt.
And Buddy Boo Bolt. Yeah.
Bang, bang,
No,
bang.
it's not yet.
Not yet. We're still working on it. But dang,
Right.
actually. So we like to end all our podcasts with
Yes.
this question, which is
Mm.
the following question one. I'll say now. To like Pat Herpley from Parks and Rec. But so what is one thing you
Purd.
Oh, purd.
I was like,
dang.
who's Pat?
Purd.
Purd, you heard?
Purd.
Bird, yo.
If you've never seen Parks and Rec,
You
go
should-
watch it immediately.
You're lame.
after you're done working on some
You're
stuff.
square.
No, do it first.
Dang, but what is one thing that you're currently like struggling with right now? Because what we like to do is keep it like 100% real.
Keep it
And
100.
keep it 100, and we feel like it really helps.
That was not real. Yeah.
That was totally not real, but to like just share your struggle, because we feel like some people can really benefit from just hearing other people's struggle,
Yeah.
because they might be going through the same stuff.
Yes.
But that, and what is one thing one person can do right now to help out Ashely?
What can they do to help me out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pray for me.
Let the universe know.
One thing I'm struggling with, definitely continuing to balance my life and like put energy into things that like I really need to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Like this creative thing, this journey is like a non-stop thing, but it's all about how much effort you put into
Yes.
it, you know, and like where you like focus your energy on, you know. So definitely I'm struggling in the fact of just like staying not consistent. I don't want to say consistent because I feel like I've been consistent, but just like focusing my energy, dialing my energy a little less on like my social life, because sometimes you have to like really cut, like going out, being with your friends, and like
Spending money.
spending money,
Mm-hmm.
and just
Energy,
like,
it takes energy.
sit with
too.
yourself,
Yeah.
like learn more.
Yes.
Like so I need to stop going out,
Yeah.
like genuinely, but I have been a little, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
I just have to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
really root myself and like get back to like creating,
Yeah.
you know. And now like I'm about to like buy more equipment and like really invest in myself.
Yeah.
Yes, we're excited for that.
Yes.
Yo, guys, what's coming is crazy. Like,
Yes.
You guys aren't ready.
you guys are
Not ready.
Tampa is not.
Yo,
The
Tampa's not
world.
ready.
The
Nope.
world's not ready.
The
is
world.
crazy.
Global.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what's one thing someone can help you with right now?
Yeah.
One thing somebody can help me with right now. Words of affirmation. Like I love that post. I keep seeing this post where it doesn't take any amount of money to comment or like a post or share a post
Yes.
or like be a part, engaged in your friend's business. Yo,
Yeah,
like
Yes.
we got
bro.
businesses, dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the post.
Yo, like the post, share the post. If you thought something was really dope, hit
Tell
us
us.
up.
Let
Like,
us
hey,
know.
what do you
Yeah.
guys want
Let
more?
us
What content?
know.
What kind of content do you guys want to hear? Like, yo, we want you guys as
Yes.
engaged as possible. Like, because if I'm just posting to post and to have no like intimacy with like my people, because at the
Yeah.
end of the
Yes.
day,
That's
like,
the funnest part.
yeah,
you know?
shout out to everybody that follows me on Instagram, like
For
social
real.
media, like,
Yeah.
because like.
And spends the time to like respond to stories
Yeah,
or
yeah.
let us know
Or
like
comments.
this. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
comment.
You guys
love
really
comments.
do a
I
big.
love comments,
yeah.
I
too.
love them so much. And I'm like, yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Like
because I'm like,
you took 2 seconds to be like, I love it so much. Like,
yeah, like, this
I
was
love
dope.
that so much.
Even
Like,
sharing, sharing like stuff on the stories too. Like when I see
Yes.
my posts on other people's stories,
Oh
I'm
my,
like,
it is
I'm
mind
like,
blowing.
I just want to thank all the little people, right? Like that's how I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm
I
like,
feel
yo,
that
like
too, girl,
thank
right?
you.
Yes.
Guys.
Like, that's a big deal to like post something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or to be tagged in someone's post. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like when people write like things and you're like,
Yeah, crying.
right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, thank you.
like Sap said some like nice things today, like on
Yeah.
her post. She was like, "Thank you for just coming and finding me." Like and like to me
Yes.
that was just like, yo, like I just wanted to see like Sap just did all this stuff,
Yeah.
Yes.
and like nobody was saying for sure. I was like, Sap,
Yes,
bro,
that was
like,
so good.
Yeah,
Like,
thank
yeah.
you.
please, like
Thank you
let
for
me
doing
take
that. Yeah,
some
that was
of it.
dope.
So just like be not like take this selfish ego, like that's one thing that like it is
Yeah.
not about us, like it's not about me. It's about like this, like community over competition. Like
Yeah.
that's what you want to do. Like one thing you can help me with, creating this and making it humongous.
Damn.
Like
Yes.
let's make this like the key core concept of
Yeah.
Tampa, and like
Yes.
let's show like all these other cities that
Like how to do it.
How to
Yeah.
do it
how to
right.
do it, and we're still growing. So like if we can be the underdogs and come up like
Yeah.
and people are trying to
And then,
mirror
like,
us.
and then
Yeah.
we want people to come to Tampa like, yo, what is
Yo,
up
like,
with
what is-
Tampa?
Like, why does everyone know each other, like
Yeah,
each other,
like,
and
what
support
is
each
going
other,
on?
and like everyone's
Yeah,
posts, even
like
though they do
that's
the same thing?
Like,
what
why
we
is
want to
that?
take it.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, and don't be afraid to hit me up. Like if that's one thing you can do. Like, if you want to work with me, you want to collab. Like, you just want to get to know me as a person. Like,
Mhm.
yo, hit me up.
Get
like,
coffee.
let's go
Get coffee.
Yeah, let's go grab
Get coffee with people. Meet people in real life.
People.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's all I want.
Dang.
that's cool.
Dang.
That was great.
That was perfect, actually.
I literally say it to everybody. Like,
like we always
podcast,
end
we're like, this is that was such a good
Be-
podcast.
because
But like
this is like
every
we-
single
yeah,
podcast
it's
is just like
literally so different. And it's just so
But
dope.
it's so cool just to hear everyone's story.
Yeah,
and
because how they see the
so-
world and like
So
their
thank you for
thoughts.
being on this podcast.
Yeah.
For real.
So for the listeners, make sure to follow Ashely at the AM Creative Club.
yes,
That's her Instagram handle. For the viewers, you can just look at it. It's right there.
I did.
But yes, so Ashely, thank you once again for
Yes.
just stopping by. I know it's kind of late. I don't know what time it is. Is what it's like.
It's only 7 o'clock.
Oh,
Okay.
it's only 7:30.
Dang, we are old
Dang, it's super
AF.
gloomy outside.
Listen, it's
Yeah,
dark
but it looks
outside,
dark
like-
AF outside.
Wasn't it
though.
daylight savings?
No,
I don't
it's been a
know. I
while
think it was just
ago.
raining.
Oh, man.
I think it was just raining.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, that was a long
That
time
was,
ago.
right?
Yeah.
We're in May.
That was
Oh
in
my
March
God,
or
we're-
something.
I don't know. Yeah. So
Sheesh.
But it is starting to get darker later.
yeah.
That's
So
happening.
thank you guys for watching, tuning
Yes,
in.
Thank
and
you.
listening.
And listening.
Yeah.
We appreciate you in the comments or DM us or whatever, however you can reach out to us. Let us know what your favorite part was because we just want to see like who watches and who's the real MVPs.
Who's the
'Cause,
real ones out
like
there?
literally, we really do enjoy doing these because like
Yeah.
we honestly learn so much just by doing it, and we just want to share all this knowledge with you guys because like
Yes.
literally this is kind of what we did with the coffee dates,
Yeah.
and we're like
But they
okay.
weren't recorded.
But we couldn't record them,
So
so
now we're
now
recording
we
them.
can record them, and it's not creepy. So,
Hey,
So-
me and my girlfriend want to meet you.
with camera.
Are you swingers? No, I'm kidding.
So thank you so much,
so
guys.
funny.
Ashley, thank you so much once
Love
again,
you
fam.
guys.
Yes.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah,
Yes.
stay
Peace.
tuned.
Damn.
That was dope.
That was dope, man.
Guys.
That was
You
dope.
killed it, bro. Damn.
That was really good.
That's what's up.
Yeah, thank you.
Before we end this podcast, I just want to give a huge shout out to EV47. He's the one that made the beat for the beginning and end of this podcast. So you should definitely check him out because he's dope. And yeah, peace.
Yes.